well, to the very in like a lamb sort of start to Star Wars week. Hello guys. I'm not a force ghost, okay? I'm just in the dark. Yeah, I am pretty sleepy. I woke up like maybe an hour and a half ago. I still have a lot of coffee left. So I'm gonna be sipping that as we go. I'm slappy. Well, it's good that you're not afraid of no ghost, but I'm not a ghost, okay? Don't worry. Shh. I won't. What do ghosts do? I won't. I will haunt you for one. I won't poltergeist. I'm not gonna throw stuff around your room, I'm not gonna write stuff on your mirror. I'm not gonna throw up ectoplasm. I'm not gonna. If you say bloody on me 3 times and you look in the mirror, I'm not gonna possess you, okay? You can listen for a bit. Yay, welcome, my guys. Not my antique chain collection. It's all rattled. I'm gonna rattle your chain. I'm not gonna give you up. I'm never gonna let you down. I'm here by my nice, warm, tight hugs that I give. Okay, so have you guys ever heard of this magazine? It's called Star Wars Insider. Wow, and the smell, well, if I'm a ghost, then that's not gonna happen. The date on it, well, I think these go back to, let me look. This one's from 1994. Could we swap to a little insider trading? Well, I don't actually have the physical copy of this magazine, you guys. So this one's 1994. It's apparently the first issue, the premiere issue. So we have rare photos of the Star Wars Holiday Special. We have... Oh, this apparently cost $3.50, by the way. We have Insider exclusive on the Star Wars Universe timeline. Did I have magazines like this one? I had some anime ones. I had like some anime ones in like Shoujobi and Shonen Jump and stuff. When those were a thing. 90 Star Wars. A King's Ransom, is that a lot? Yeah, of course, because a king costs a lot of money. Then we have Carrie Fisher, Life After Leia. Inside R2-D2 with Kenny Baker. And all the latest news from Lucasfilm and also the cult of Wedge. Everyone knows Wedge. Very, popular, very important character in the Star Wars universe. What? Audio only? Shonen Jump, yeah, it's like a manga magazine. The photos of Ichi's lawn chair we've been That's the guy who did the VR stuff, right? I don't think it's a voice pack. I'm guessing it's just like the audio. Well, it says audio books. Okay, so yeah, the novelizations of the saga, told through three epic movies, became a 3-part 9-hour audio program enhanced by John Williams, award-winning music, and Lucasfilm's stunning sound effects. Only $50 for 6 cassettes. And $70 for 9 CDs. Wow. I like how it's more space. Like there's more CDs than there's cassettes. I guess cassettes they're double-sided, so you know that because Final Fantasy was done references to Biggs and Wet, just the localization, right? Rare photos of a short bearded man taking a hammer to every copy of Holiday Special you can find. Holiday Special is legendary. Do you remember the Star Wars Holiday Special that aired on TV in 1978? How could I forget? How could I forget? We take a look and have some fun with this unusual addition to the Star Wars universe. So, by the way, I wanted to read the old versions of these magazines because I thought the new ones are going to be all Disneyfied. So, the president of the Star Wars fan club. Imagine putting that on your LinkedIn. Got a big road trip ahead of us. Let's put on Daddy's favorite. That would be so awesome, though. That's not me. I'm not the. If anything, I'm the president of like the something else fan club. Star Trek, but not even that, you know. Not a localization change just yet. Really? Oh my god. Let's see. I want to know. Okay. Normally, I wouldn't read this kind of editorial stuff, but Dan Madsen, I have to know what kind of. I have to know what kind of stuff he wrote. Yeah, the Loopy fan club. Yeah. No, I'm not ALML. I'm just a space lady. I'm an astronaut. I'm being president of being exactly what I want to be, president of loving my mom. Yeah, a bit of weirdness still in the older stuff. Hello, Project Fan Club. But you gotta fight about 300 other VTubers for that title. I'd win. As you can see from this issue, the Lucasfilm Fan Club has gone through an important evolution. Welcome to the official Star Wars Fan Club and its official magazine, the Star Wars Insider. There are many reasons for the name and format change. Countless hours were spent in discussion with Lucasfilms, as to the appropriate time to change the fan club's name back to its original title. But a little history might prove valuable. The official Star Wars Fan Club began in 1978, shortly after Star Wars release. Many of its original members, then youngsters and teenagers, have children of their own who belong to the current club. They indoctrinated them. One of these original fans is the person writing this letter. Okay, he sounds pretty normal. I'm convinced it's not like some kind of like, you know, cause like some Star Wars fans are like really crazy, like I don't know, maybe like pretentious is the word. I don't know if you guys ever heard of there's this like group that like they basically like cosplay as like stormtroopers, and they have all these like crazy regulations. That's like basically if you don't look good enough, you don't get in. I thought it was gonna be that vibes. Yeah, the 501st, the 501st Legion? Is that what it's called? That could fit pretty well for the 2010 reboots. True. Clone Troopers, sorry. Yeah, Clone Troopers. Well, no, I think it's like anything. And maybe it started with Clone Troopers. I feel like it's like any kind of character now, right? But yeah, they have to. I guess if it's Clone Troopers, that makes sense. They all want to look the same. But I think there's like some crazy regulations. Maybe Chewbacca, maybe. Cosplaying is my OC, don't let steal. Thorwin Mazaron Organa, who uses the shadow side of the Force. Both sides combined, it looks suspiciously like Darth Vader. Yeah, my OC looks just like Darth Nihilus. First the merit, they have the merits. Anyway. We got letters from the Star Wars fans. Alright, let's read a shorter one. Let's read this BC, guys. I am a devoted Star Wars fan. In the past 6 years, I've read a lot of science fiction novels and watched a lot of movies. I picked Star Wars mainly because it offered a glimpse of the entire universe with great characters and a moral to the story. That's fair. I'm now 13 and a new fan club member. I guess the Star Wars trilogy has so much impact on the world that the shockwave can still be felt. On Saturday morning, I went to a nearby video store to rent some horror movies. As I passed the science fiction section, I noticed that the Star Wars trilogy was still in the top rental area. Guys, I remember that, going to rental stores, picking out a movie with your fam. video store. Well, it's like a Blockbuster, you know. You can go there and you rent movies. There's basically a big shelf of movies, and you can get bubblegum to watch your movie with. And some of them rented out games too. Yeah, I remember. I remember that. Not Blockbuster, because my area didn't have Blockbuster for a while, but I remember there was one that was near to where I lived when I was little, and my family used to go there and pick out a movie for the weekend or whatever to watch, and they had such an awesome selection of horror movies, and that's how I first started getting into horror movies. And there some of them I had never even heard of. Like, they had the normal stuff like The Exorcist and whatnot, but then there was like Dead Alive. I don't know if you guys ever seen Dead Alive, but it's this really like disgusting horror movie. It's awesome. You let Dad pick one, and you got Chronicles of Riddick. I think normally it was a mom and pop one. I think normally my family would just get like family friendly stuff, very particular smell, but not a bad one. They also had like never mind. From Peter Jackson, the zombie one in New Zealand, legendary. No wonder you're an AVGN fan. I mean, yeah, it's no wonder. It's no wonder. They also had like okay, have you ever seen? It's kind of difficult to explain, but this is not the subject of the stream. But have you ever seen on like cartoons or whatever? They'll have like it's like a fortune telling machine, like a love fortune telling machine, but it's like an arcade machine. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't even know how to like find this if I googled it. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, okay, I found it. They have one of these things. I have no idea what it is. The love meter. Hold on, I'll show you guys. The thing from The Simpsons. Well, it's in The Simpsons, but it's real. So basically, I guess you just place your hand on it, and it tells you you're like I don't even know. It says love rate test, romance temperature, kissing temperature, attraction to others. Like, what does this even mean? You just put your hand on it, and it's like, I'll tell you if your ice lips, cold feet, thawing out, cooling calm, warming up, steamy, love fever, hot blooded, sizzling, or on fire. I have no idea. But yeah, I have one of these machines. You've seen them at the mall. I don't know. I guess it's just like looks at your body temperature. Anyway, let's go back to the Rebel Rumblings. Oh, I received my 5th Fan Club magazine, issue 21. It's really a pleasure to read. When I received my first issue about a year ago, I was astounded by the quality of work. George Lucas and Steven Spielberg have affected me so deeply that I don't know where to start. I'm sorry. That's a fair thing to say. It's just nowadays it's funny because George Lucas is such a meme, right? The laundromat, probably. Buyers used to have those. Oh, as an icebreaker. I see. Nice that the doctor and nurse can give a testimony of how the machine brought them together. It doesn't say that. It doesn't. He's Dr. Love and she's Nurse Romance or something. I don't know. I want to give a very special thank you to George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. Their works are so creative and so similar that I occasionally meet people who think Spielberg made Star Wars and created Lucas with E.T. The Star Wars trilogy and the Indiana Jones series are very nostalgic to me, and I've spent the best times of my life watching them. Yeah, I'm allowed to giggle at the nerds. Oh, I didn't finish this, guys. Uh-oh. I'm quite certain that Boba Fett didn't die in Return of the Jedi. He'll be back in the last trilogy, won't he? I want to thank George Lucas for bringing us exciting movies and characters. I often find myself watching Mr. Lucas's novels for inspiration in my own life. Movies for inspiration in my own life. Common theme in all of his movies that people can reach their dreams if they work their hardest. Okay, yeah, I guess so. Their hardest to succeed. Being 16 years old and trying to identify my own talents and interests. Aww. So I can work at being the best person I can be. Aww. That's a nice message. Whoa, Earth 2. What is this? This time I gotta watch this. Earth 2, that's the dumbest name for a series ever. It's the second Earth. It's Earth 2. It's the sequel to Earth. Oof. Cancelled after 1 season. Sorry. Slow mode is on. Slow mode is always on, but only if you try and send a message like literally 1 second after the first message, cause it just helps with bots. But otherwise it shouldn't affect you guys. You have this on DVD, do you like it? Let's see. Billionaire Devon Adair's 8-year-old son, Ulysses Adair, has contracted a rare, fatal disease called the Syndrome. A condition whose existence is not acknowledged by the government and medical community. That's where that PC98 game takes place. Which one? It's off for subs? Wait, that shouldn't be a thing. It should be like a 1 second for everyone. I've had it for a very long time. Unless it's something that YouTube does. But it's not something that I set up. I thought it's on for everyone. Because there's something about... I don't remember exactly what caused it, but it was something about when I was getting all those like click on my profile kind of, sexy bots. it was I don't know, something, I don't know, Hazel figured it out, you guys, but something about having the 1 second slow mode on helps. It should be for everyone though. I'll look into it after stream. But it's like literally, I think it's like literally a second, so it shouldn't affect anyone. It'll start with the boss that had the syndrome. I think they just call it the syndrome. There are diseases like that though. Well, not diseases, I guess, but there was ailments, yeah, I guess, I don't know, like things that people think they have. There are some diseases that like people think they have. Yeah, combat ready buckles in your area. Yeah, I guess I think bots don't remember. It's true. What was I gonna say? There's something about this disease people think they have called Magellan's or something. I went on like a whole rabbit hole about it. Basically people think they have like fibers growing under their skin, but it's like not recognized as a real thing by the medical community, but they're like picking fibers under. It's really weird. Morgellons, is that what it's called? Yeah, Morgellons disease, but apparently it's delusional parasitosis. So people think they have like fibers under there. Which I don't know if it's an actual thing or not, but you know what I'm talking about? People thought a piece of them was made of glass. I think it's like a similar thing, yeah. Or people who live near windmills or whatever, and they think they're getting like sick, but I don't know. I guess there's like no actual proof of that sort of thing, but it's interesting to look into. Star News. Anything exciting? Ooh, the Japanese Star Wars exhibit. This is exciting for weeaboos such as me. The impossible is about to happen. The stunning Lucasfilm Archives Japanese Museum tour comes to America. Wow! Which includes an extensive array of props. Tim Curry! Oh my god, I gotta watch it. Includes an extensive array of props, models, and production art from over 20 years of George Lucas films. Might have never seen the light of day on American shores. By special arrangement, the display celebrates the opening of the Yerba Buena Center of Arts in San Francisco. Truly devoted fan might find it necessary to leave their hearts in San Francisco when the special exhibition goes on display this winter. Oh, and they have a piece about Comic-Con, which was going on back then, of course. And then, oh, there's a new Indiana Jones ride at Disney. The Yerba Mate Center. That's what I thought was to the T. Thought you saw it all with Star Tours. Think again. Lucasfilm's newest collaboration with the world's famous theme park opens in 1995. Star Tours. So there was Star Wars stuff at Disney before Disney like took Star Wars plates. I don't know if you guys remember collectible plates, but oh my goodness. That was a thing for whatever reason. People would collect these plates with images on them and like display them on their walls. Leave your hearts combined with the Indiana Jones logo right next to it. Scary. A Star Wars theme park? Well, I mean, yeah, there is one, but why does Han look like Captain Kirk? I think he just kind of does. I gotta. Oh no. Sorry about that. Thanks for the bloody tisker. Yeah, I feel like they don't make collectible plates anymore, but this is in 95, but you could get all kinds of collectible plates. This is a trilogy plate collection. Fully authorized. Thanks for the bloody tisker. The motorcycle revving at Disney's. Yeah, there's a bike outside. I thought you were gonna say number 1 victory. When I was about to sneeze. Oh my god, it's got a 4mm 23K gold border. Wow. Limited to a total of 28 firing days. I don't know what that means. Are they food grade? That's a good question. People would not dare put food on these though. Is that pod race good? Yeah, it's the pod racers acting up again. Yippee! It's Dr. Lucas to you. Oh. Okay, so this is the Talk Up George Lucas section. Yeah, like the decorative beer steins or like spoons. You know, some people collect spoons. University of Southern California graced George Lucas with a well-earned honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts. Wow. His complete acceptance speech given on 6 May 1994 at USC in front of an audience of young graduates follows. I'm not gonna read this whole freaking speech. Sorry, I'm sniffling now. I bet it's loud. What do you think it is? A normal plate? Yeah, this is a free-for-all. You can melt Luke in the microwave. I mean, the microwave might affect it, but it definitely wouldn't melt. It's Dr. Lucas to you. Last thing he hears before he pulls the trapdoor, setting you down to the wrangler. He did his thesis on Gunga money. He didn't do any thesis at all. They just gave him a freaking degree. He didn't do bull meow. Wait. Young Indy returns on the Family Channel in Young Indiana Jones and the Hollywood Follies? Huh? That's a thing. It says young indie. Thank you for honoring me. Please look forward to my Jar Jar Binks. Everyone here will love. It will not be divisive at all. He might have nerf everything. Doesn't look like it. He's got that. He's got that. I guess I'm thinking about the scruffy part. Let me look this up. The Hollywood Follies. It's a film? Oh, it's a direct-to-TV movie. Oh, I see. On the Family Channel. Interesting. I bet that is awful. I bet that's terrible. It says the the set was constructed from Hollywood early August 1920 and now Newhall late August 1920. The teleplays. Oh, these are Indiana Jones related too. Yeah, the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. The only good young Indies ready forces Teddy Roosevelt to stop hunting rhinos. Teddy Roosevelt, don't do that. The rhinos have feelings. Yeah, you guys like my typing speed. For some reason, every episode Young Indiana Jones was canon for a time. My old VHS trilogy list of films is part 37 to 39 or something silly. That was the case with Star Wars too. Just like they're like, yeah, everything can be canon. I need some exciting stuff. Now that's exciting. I want the pewter chess set. I don't even know how to play chess. Nor do I have anyone to play it with. You guys can play it with me. I'll just show a video and you can collectively vote for which move to make. Look at that. I guess you'd want it just for the the figures even. You won't like what you see? I mean, my guess is that it's very expensive, which would make sense. Let's look. Why is it so thick? Do the pieces move on their own? I'm guessing you store them inside. All you get is computer chess. Yeah, I'll have to live with that. There is, I think, a Star Wars chess game, computer game. Better send in that reservation application. Somehow I don't think it's gonna work. Start. Wait, each piece is $20? Does it say that? What is this? What is this cockamamie arrangement they've got going on? Listen to this. I need to send no money now. I will receive 2 pieces every other month. I need pay for only 1 piece per month. If not satisfied with any piece, I may return it within 30 days of receipt for replacement or refund. Okay, so it does seem like it's difficult to collect the whole thing. It would have been difficult to collect the whole thing. So that's probably why a full set is going on eBay for 1,521 Amiplanet dollars. But you can get individual pieces for like $20 to $40. Yeah. I guess 20 to 60 really. There's a different one, a pewter bronze one that is yeah, it's just pewter. Like you can just like melt that stuff. The pewter bronze one is much cheaper. It's from Attack of the Clones. Huh. For $10, you can pull 8 pieces with at least 1 SSB. Well, yeah, do they just send you random pieces, or do they like somehow keep track of which pieces you have? Are you gonna get like 20? Are you gonna get like 20 Ewoks or whatever? Okay, we got a National Public Radio dramatization. No tape deck, personal stereo, or consumer electronics required. Well, except for a radio. That is a consumer electronic. but you know. Oh, never mind. It's in print. Okay, that's kind of beats the purpose, doesn't it? Send no money now. You receive 3 random pieces a month and must pay $50 and return one, or $70 and return 2 until you complete your collection, and pay $120 for the special magnetized piece. That's such a scam. That is such a scam, you guys. Just let people buy the full set. Just like charge however much for it. It's fine. People will pay it. You're right. It literally is gotcha. Star Wars on the radio, on paper. Ooh, we got a comic straight from the Horde's mouth. The Horde? World of Warcraft. It's about the comics. Ooh. They're gonna talk about Dark Forces? Might want to read that word again. Wait, what? Straight from the horse. The Dark House comics are pretty famous. They look really cool. The art looks great. The horse's mouth. Apologies. Not the World of Warcraft Horde. Oh my god. Okay, so this is so topical. A section on... Well, it's on LucasArts, which is the, gaming division of... It's not just on Dark Forces. The gaming division of Lucasfilms, and I think it's called Lucas Games now. I don't know. On the first day, he created a galaxy filled with stars and nebula. On day 2, he placed the planets and moons: Tatooine, Hoth, Dagobah, Endor. On day 3, he set 2 moons over Tatooine, swathed Dagobah in swamps and mist, froze the tundras of Hoth, and sprouted dense forests on Endor. On the 4th day, he populated these wondrous places with a variety of denizens, some human, some alien, and some constructed of metal, bolts, and computer chips. The creatures went by the names of Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Lando Calrissian, just name every Star Wars character, Ben Kenobi, Darth Vader, Jabba the Hutt, Chewbacca, Wicket the Ewoks, C-3PO, R2-D2. On day 5, he gave them technology: blasters, ion cannons, lightsabers, X-Wings, Star Destroyers, Snow Speeders, Speed Bikes, and Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon. On the 6th day, he created the Force. This is taking the pee. He created the Force, a power distinguishing good from evil, light from darkness. Then he survived his galaxy and declared it Star Wars. But George, okay, he's talking about George Lucas as if he's God. Okay, got it. Falcon in the middle. Can't imagine it raining Endor like Fix Your Roof skies. Maybe it don't rain. I guess it has to with all the trees, though. Lando Calrissian in the Garden of Star Wars Eden, not a care in the world. And then they made him a doctor. Sounds like someone rapping over the Star Wars OST. Hey, yo, my name's Millennium Falco. I'm here to tell you. Everybody knows. Creation versus... What is this? I thought I was going to learn about video games. So, who is the Garden of our Intergalactic Pearly Gates? Why are you writing like this? Wait, why are they so stretched? They didn't care. Just like, make it fit the page. I just noticed. C3PO. Some general guidelines about what we could and shouldn't do. Okay, I'll start from a new perspective. Yeah, he looks like a freaking he looks like a spaceship. Many interactive games created by LucasArts have been instrumental in expanding the Star Wars fantasy. They also present the universe from a very unique perspective. Prior to the release of X-Wing in 1993, experiencing the vastness of the Star Wars galaxy was limited to observation. We could watch the films, peruse the comics, read the novels, and collected the trading cards. In X-Wing, we are literally immersed in Star Wars, stepping into the boots of a young rebel pilot and taking our place in the cockpit of an X-Wing fighter. The point of view is carried through the TIE Fighter. However, in this game, we view the conflict from the Empire's side. Oh, that's what I'm going to be playing. Taking on the role of a new recruit for the Imperial Navy. Dark Forces! A first-person 3D action game slated for November release puts the player in the shoes of the hero and introduces a new Star Wars story. So if you liked Star Wars during this time, you guys, and you weren't playing the Star Wars video games, you were missing out, okay? Special Covert Rebel Agent Kyle Katarn is charged with infiltrating the Star Destroyer Avenger that carries the plans to the Death Star. Oh, did it get delayed? In Jedi Knight, you literally feel the stinky sewer. TIE Fighter is a formative memory for you? That's good. He's the protag of, yeah. He is, right? Yeah, he's the protagonist of the first one. It ended up being released March 95. Wait, this is from, oh no, you're right, it's from 94. And it was good. You don't recall any story in Dark Forces 1 at all? Well, these people, like, spoke to the people who made the game, so maybe they're like, yeah, he's got time. Or maybe it was just in the manual, I don't remember, honestly. The Dark Forces team was about 3 months in the development cycle when they submitted excuse me, their story outline, character bios, and sketches. Some preliminary gameplay to Lucasfilm's licensing, which subsequently presented the material to George Lucas. We were confident there wouldn't be a problem with our storyline, since didn't. The real challenge was with the Dark Troopers, because they would become new Star Wars characters. They would have longevity. Designing the Dark Troopers proved challenging. The team wanted a recognizable stormtrooper, but more menacing and resilient than the stormtroopers from the movies, with a greater variety of weapons and fighting styles. Sorry guys, I just hit the mute button for a sec so I could clear my throat. Empire's creating a new weapon. Kyle Katarn kicks butt. That's it all. So just a very brief mention. Some of the first designs we saw were inspired by Japanese comic book art. Actually, it's called manga. We showed them to George, and even though the designs were interesting, there was some question as to whether they were consistent with the Empire. Neat. Whoa. Okay, so here is the timeline. 4,000 years ago, we got Dark Lords of the Sith, Tales of the Jedi. Oh, this is with all the media that existed. Okay. Sorry. I thought it was gonna be a timeline of like Star Wars eras, you know. Okay, but this is kind of interesting still because a lot of these things don't exist anymore. Like, they exist, but they're not like in the canon, so it's interesting to see where they place them when they were actually part of the canon. So we got Dark Lords of the Sith and Tales of the Jedi. Are those books? We got droids too, Marvel droids. Nando Calrissian and the Mind Harp of Sharn. Those must be books, right? I don't know what the blue ones are. Oh, comic books. And then the yellow are novels and short story. And then the pink are screenplays, radio productions. Okay. The Empire Strikes Back, radio. That's it. TV animation, TV movies. Okay, okay. Ow, ow. I have a pain in my foot. What's going on? What's going on? Okay. It's fine now, it's fine now. You will sit normally with. Okay, yeah, I should put my feet on the ground. That's not Charlie Horde. Darth Vader's force choking a footsie. I'm put my feet on the ground. Put my feet on the floor. Time like you and the Force is back contest. Okay, so they have a Force is back Star Wars trivia contest. How do I enter, you say? Well, it's easy. Simply answer the 3 trivia questions below. Let's see if we can get them. Here's the prizes. Yoda is like, he looks like he has butter, like, spread on his face. He's done. He's done. I'm Yoda. 1 Star Wars Galaxy. Yeah, I got the magazine foot. 1 Star Wars Galaxy Millennium Falcon Publishers proof set. Don't know what that is. Plus 1 autograph set of New Visions card for the premiere series. Autographed by who? And then Millennium Falcon published proof set. Uncut sheets of the Star Wars Galaxy 1 series. 1 trading cards. Cut them for me. What the heck? What a ripoff. Boxes of Star Wars Galaxy Series 1. Okay. Who did Han Solo in the Millennium Falcon from in a friendly game of Sabak? It was... it was Boba Fett. It was Boba Fett. It was Boba Fett. Guys, am I right? It was Boba Fett. Guys, was it Boba Fett? You don't know either? I bet it was Boba Fett. Who did Han Solo win the Millennium Falcon from in a friendly game of Sabak? Was it Boba Fett? Greedo! Lando! Lando, okay, Lando. Boba Fett? What was the name of the green-faced human? That's Greedo. Who was hired by Jabba the Hutt to apprehend and dispose of Han Solo in Star Wars? That's Greedo, that's Greedo. What was Darth Vader's real name before he turned to the dark side of the Force? Everyone knows Anakin Skywalker. That's an easy question. Okay, Lando, Greedo, and Anakin. Was it Baby Feet? Whoa! Jawa Trader, new collectibles inside Star Wars audio box set. The Art of Star Wars Micro Machines! Oh my god, sorry. That's so exciting. Okay, so you got some Indiana Jones stuff too. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade Japanese release poster. Pretty cool. These are all just posters. How much would that cost you? Not too bad, $6. Pretty cool. That is freaking sick. This, is this the audio box set? What is this? I don't know what this is, but sick. The Art of Star Wars, I Return of the Jedi. Okay, those are just books. Must be this one. This audio set contains Timothy Zahn's best-selling 3-book cycle, Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command, available for the first time in a unique collector's box. Yeah, that box is so cool. Wait, I'm gonna look this up on eBay. Oh, not so bad. You can get that for a paltry fee of around around 50 to 80 bucks, it seems. Sorry, I keep squeaking. My keyboard tray keeps squeaking, I apologize. Radio dramas, yeah. And then, of course, you can buy the guide to collectibles, which will be changing approximately once a week. Because, they're releasing so much of this junk. And then here's some books, which is, interesting, but... Ooh, the Super Nintendo hint books. That's what I want. Collector scripts, that's kind of a cool thing to have. Oh, the mouse pad. What kind of mouse do you think this is, you guys? You think that's a bus mouse? Oh, they're not selling the mouse, just the pad. Ivory from Endangered Elephants, Millennium Falcon Collector's Box. No! It's not ivory, is it? No, there's nothing with ivory. It's like a dormouse. No, it's a bus mouse. Oh my god, that reminds me, I haven't tested out my bus mouse. The pilot seat mouse pad. I know, isn't that sick? It's so awesome. The one with the marble inside. Like a little ball. A little squishy. Not squishy, but a little rubbery ball. We got Star Wars art. Oh, we got some posters. Let's see. What would I want? The Return of the Jedi poster is pretty dang cool. I mean, all of these are cool, let's be honest. 3D postcards, and that's what I want. Probably like lenticular 3D. Star Wars Galaxy. What is a chrome art? Oh, chrome prints. Oh, okay. Boba Fett? Where? The Jabba one, like your schedule. Oh. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen the schedule for Star Wars Week yet, just go take a look, because the art is very funny. It's me as Sleeve Leanne and Jabba the Buckle. I want to see what these chrome arts look like. They just look like paper to me in the picture. Yeah, giant buckle. Perfect to send back from holiday on Tatooine. Yes, I'll narrate these like a Price is Right narrator. Star Wars: A New Hope tin trading cards. Relive the eternal struggle of good versus evil with a set of 20 tin collector's cards, which come in a gorgeous collector's tin with a numbered certificate of authenticity. Show us buckles who don't have fans. Wait, what do you want to see? The schedule or the chrome art? The unique combination of durable metal, fascinating narrative, and spectacular graphics and photos makes Star Wars: A New Hope one of the most fantastic collector's items ever. Limited to 49,000 sets. The amount of I can see why there's so many jokes about. Okay, I can show you guys the schedule. I can see why there's so many jokes about like George Lucas like selling out or whatever. There's just so much Star Wars merch, and I'm sure people bought it, right? Like, it's not like a problem, but good lord. Here's the here's the buckle to hot art. Pretty cute. Limited to how many you can order. Yeah, you can only order 50,000. Big old chunky old fat old buckles. One of the constants in this universe is if there's a product that exists, you can slap Star Wars on it. George had those merch licenses, he was gonna use them for all they were worth. Damn it. They should have gave him a doctorate in business, if you know what I'm saying. Ooh, a clock. That's kind of cool. A full cut, like a wall clock, I guess. You got your postcards, you got your cards. Ooh, I want a pillow with Darth Vader. What better to rest your weary head on at night? We got the ties, we got the boxer shorts. Oh my god, we got the Yoda and Darth Vader hologram watches. We got, are these more plates? Yeah, more collector's plates. We got some enamel pin type of stuff, which are pretty cool. I like the ones that are not enamel, they're just metal. Imagine showing up to work in a Star Wars tie. You'd be the coolest guy at work. I had a teacher who would often wear silly ties. I bet he would wear a Star Wars tie. I need them shorts, ma. The shirt is kind of lame. It's just like a picture on a shirt. Most of the money George made from Star Wars came from merchandising. That makes complete sense. A Star Trek lock with the Stardate section. That'd be so awesome. Should I lightsaber sword? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what the Darth Vader dome light is though. The masks. No. Not the Tusky Raider mask. No. The rest of them look kind of good. The Palpatine one is like surprisingly good. But the Tusken Raider. These are not pest dispensers, they're just figures. And then these are busts. Oh no, they're coin banks. Coin bank busts. You can be Tusken Raiders for Halloween, but Spider Mom's gotta make you a costume, okay? We don't need this one. You'll have nightmares. Okay, I like how they call this a Yoda plush, but plastic head. Okay, you can't call him a plush if he's got a plastic head, I'm sorry, but a lot of toys were like that in the 90s. Model kits! To order, call 1-800-TRUE-FAN. They're so guilt-trippy with this stuff. You're not a true fan unless you have the Star Wars model kits. I wonder if there were any good replica sabers back then. LEDs hadn't yet been invented. Yeah, I mean, these clearly light up, right? But question is how? I guess like probably just a flashlight extending from the base. They do look really cool though. They do look cool. Shuttle Tidarium model kit, ATST Snap model kit, and a Rebel Base Action Scene model kit. They do look really, really cool. A fake fan would never own a Max Repo drum. Could never own a Max Repo drum machine. The kits, they might be expensive. I don't know. Unassembled is probably hard to find them, to be honest. Like the Snap kit. If they're like Gundam kits where you have to cut it away from the plastic, then I'm sure it's hard to find an intact one. Okay, you got vinyl model figure kits. Now these ones you just assemble and paint, so it's like little miniatures. Oh, the model kits are really cool. I would be all over that. The pewter kill more pewter. What's with people with pewter? I had a toy in the 90s that was you would like, it gave you like little pewter pellets. I think I might have showed you guys before, but it gave you little pewter pellets and you could like melt them in this like, I don't know, this like thing, and then you could pour it into a mold, and then they would give you like jewelry molds. So yeah, it has a little melting point, so it was very cheap to make stuff with. My first ever model was a Snap Kit tie interceptor. That's so cool. Yeah, it was basically a homemade smelting kit. Yeah, and I had the one for girls, so it was like jewelry and stuff. But there was ones for guys too. You can make like little cars and stuff, little skeleton heads. Imagine the earnings on all these ordered compared to the magazine sales. Yeah, I bet they get a pretty penny of what's the word, kickback for having these ads. Pewter does look nice though, and I'm not sure if it's like I'm not sure how, like, you see how it looks kind of weathered, like there's like some like darker spots in it. I'm not sure if they like did that, like they painted that on, or if that's like a property of pewter, you know. Imagine if you could find the molds for these old figures. I mean, you could make your own molds if you had the figures. Actually, it might be kind of hard depending on. They look pretty simple though. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a cool little collector's item. Did Lucas have shares in alloy business today? I think Monopoly pieces used to be made from pewter, but I don't know that that's still the case. Ami smelt it because she dealt it. I didn't deal nothing. Oh, is it stronger than tin? Yeah, that makes sense. Because tinfoil is tinfoil. Well, it's aluminium. I don't know. I don't know what things are made of, guys. Okay, role playing. Wait a second. There was role playing games for Star Wars even back then. I guess that makes sense, but that's pretty cool. I wonder what kind of system it used. Star Wars miniatures battles, that's cool. You got your little figures. These are the miniatures to paint, I guess. Hasn't been tinfoil in decades, yeah. Aluminium. The West End games, never played it myself, it has a loyal following to this day. The role-playing games. They would be interesting reads, you know. The thing is, I would have, looked at these for TTRPG Day, but none of them are like solo oriented, so I found kind of like a bootleg Star Wars experience. Star Wars address book, notebook, and bookmarks. Oh, this kind of bookmark, I had a lot of these actually, because they used to sell them at the Scholastic book fairs, and a lot of times that's the only thing that I would have been given enough money for. That and like little erasers. Micro machines continue to experience the struggle between the Rebel Alliance and the evil, corrupt Empire. They're authentic, detailed replicas of the original vehicles seen in the movie Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Sorry about that, guys. The tassel bookmarks, I mean, they're not really. It's just like a little bit of laminated paper. Thanks for the budget, Tisker. Don't know, I'm sneezing so much. You get the Micro Machines play sets. These look cool. I think Micro Machines was like a line that was like there was like other series involved with the Micro Machines, right? Cropped is one thing that Empire does not seem to be. Yeah. That's Rebel Brain Rot. Yeah, that's those Zoomer Rebels. It sounds like you might have to wipe something off after that. It's not so bad. It wasn't so bad. You vaguely remember some kid having these, the Star Wars one specifically? George Lucas Super Live Adventure. What is this? Direct from Ringling Brothers in Japan, the Star Wars and Indiana Jones products are only available in the United States through the Star Wars fan club. Get these collectibles now. Supplies last. Quantities are limited. You have the Super Live Adventure. I have no idea what this is. Let me look it up. Rebel derangements. the gray rebel. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it'd be gray. What's a rebel color? I was gonna call it the Gray Death. You got your George Lucas ceramic mug. That title image goes hard. I know, it makes him look like some cool like disco dude, but it's George Lucas. The Orange Death. Yeah, I want a Super Live Adventure. A theatrical production that toured in Japan from April to September 1993. With an independent narrative of its own, the show told the story of a young girl who is perused for the magical wand she possesses. Pursued for the magical wand she possesses. Through several of Lucasfilm's movie franchises, including Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Willow, American Graffiti, and Tucker the Man in His Dream. What? That sounds insane. I think Willow has an NES game that looks interesting. Gray is a rebel color. You think so? Is gray a color or a shade? It's a color. Why not? Why not? Okay, so this is the merch from that. You can get the adventure button. You can get the super live adventure cutout. You can get the live adventure plastic mug. Okay, so this is a ceramic mug and a plastic mug. And yeah, the price difference is pretty distinct. $4 versus $1.50. Oh, and you can get back issues of the fan club. The rest of this might be ads. Oh no, Life After Leia. If it is a crayon, I'm gonna call it a color. Exactly, yeah. I feel like, I don't know. If I can see it, it's a color. If it is hue, saturation, or saturation. Whatever hue, level of hue, or saturation, I'll call it color. Tales of the Jedi collection. I always like looking at the art for these books. Look at George down there. This was his prime. Look at him with his turtleneck. The Rebel Army in the U.S. Civil War gray uniform. So, okay. Oh, that's why Elton John. That's why Elton John. Okay. Arcade one is a beat 'em up, NES as well as a top-down adventure. Yeah, it's like RPG, right? You bet those ceramic mugs held up better. Yeah, I remember these kind of plastic mugs, plastic cups, and if they're the material I'm thinking of, they're like very prone to scratches. That's why Elton John, he sang, okay, he has a song called My Father's Gone, and he says, we're the color of the grays and join the fight again. And I guess he's singing about that, you know? Carrie Fisher now wages battles with pen instead of lightsaber. To say that Carrie Fisher's life has been eventful since she portrayed Princess Leia in the Star Wars trilogy definitely would be an understatement. It's been years since she matched wits with Darth Vader's dark side, fell in love with Han Solo, and helped save civilization from destruction. Wow, spoilers. Since Return of the Jedi, it's been a challenge enough for her to manage the highs and lows of being Carrie Fisher. She certainly hasn't become one of those whatever happened to actors who shine only for a moment on screen and then disappear completely from public view. Fisher's personality and talent burn far too brightly for that to ever happen. With the same spirit and determination she brought to George Lucas' internet galactic heroine, Fisher has become Hollywood's hippest commentator and expert self-explorer. The quick-witted dynamo has spent the last decade taming her personal demons, trying to make sense of her very public private life, while at the same time successfully expanding the boundaries of her career. Yeah, what does that mean to be a self-explorer? If my mother's the girl next door, I'm the one down the block and over and still like 17. There's something decidedly odd about me. I'm bossy, I'm a little weird, and I use language strangely. Okay, Carrie Fisher. I love Carrie Fisher. I'm not gonna. Yeah, they're really, they love her. Yeah. I'm sure, like, all of the interviews in this are gonna be like this, right? I'm not a normie. I'm not like other girls. Born too late to explore the world, born too early to explore the galaxy, born just in time to self-explore? Question mark. Oh, that's a disaster. I don't want to self-explore. Was her diction arc around this time or way before? I'm pretty sure it was when she was still filming Star Wars, because you could see in some in some of the like stills from the movie, you can see she had like a coke nail. It's not funny, but it's crazy. But so if it was ongoing, you know, maybe it could have gone up until this time. I kind of don't think so. I think she had gotten stuff together by this point. It's a little bit funny. Yeah, actors doing actor things. I'm small, I'm fluffy, I use language strangely. Saxophone. Okay, well, I do use language strangely, but okay, maybe I do talk like that. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The holiday special. Okay, this is what I've been waiting for. My throat. Highlight or low point? Carrie Fisher sings a Life Day song set to the tune of the Star Wars theme. I have coffee, no tea. Yeah, oh no is right. George Lucas explains it's a sign of royalty in one of the Star Wars Bibles. Wait, what is? The nail? Really? Yeah, sign of royalty because they can afford the finest cocanium. Cocanum. Oh, Life Day. Wait, no, Life Day is a sign of it? December 1978, Mom and Dad fought over Dynasty in the NFL playoffs. I did watch the clip. He told he would make an in-universe thing with a silly name, just like why Leia can't wear a bra, you know. Turbo Sand. I'm using it just spice. It's important to the lore that Leia have a coconut. For Junior, TV is about to take on a new meaning. In a few moments, CBS will turn the TV into a vessel for Star Wars, the true holiday special. The Star Wars holiday special. The single greatest television event of all time for 7 to 15-year-olds is about to go on the air. They call them kyber crystals. No, that's a different kind. Looking back from an age where home video, pay-per-view, and interactive movies on CD-ROM are the order of the day, it seems strange that a Star Wars TV special could generate such interest. But if you lived through the Star Wars phenomenon the first time around, you know that many of the things we now take for granted, like the trilogy on home video, seemed like an impossible dream in 1978. But if you wanted Star Wars at home, you had to buy a grainy Super 8 film loop that cost a bundle and only had 8 minutes of footage. Yeah, they were huge. Star Wars on TV for free seemed like a gift from heaven. Perhaps it was the incredible anticipation of the show followed by its rapid retreat into obscurity that created the Star Wars Holiday Special's legendary cult status. Everybody remembers when it came out, but a few have seen it again in the 15 years hence. It is the missing link in the Star Wars universe, the one episode that has never been committed to home video. The Star Wars Insider was lucky enough to get a hold of a copy on the holiday special. And now, how the times have changed. You can just go on YouTube, braille on YouTube, and watch the whole thing there. Han Solo was a drug runner back in his smuggling days. Yeah, he's a spice runner. Better than the moon landing. Or you could buy the Laserdisc. Would that have been available in the 70s? Getting cancelled equals a rapid retreat into obscurity. Yeah, you can watch it with your favorite VTuber. Me. I'm just saying that because I'm not saying that because I'm being presumptuous. Okay, I'm just saying that because I did do a watch along on the holiday special. You can watch it with 2 cartoon women. Time has not been kind to the holiday special. Oh, I disagree. Chewie's family. Unlike the Star Wars films, which have a timeless quality, the Star Wars holiday special will forever be stuck in 1978. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Chewie's kid named Stinky. Aura farming. There they are. I like the old one. I like how his fur is gray. It's a nice touch. Oh my god. Grandpa and his VTuber Oshi. The show centers around Chewbacca's family, his wife Mala, his father Itchy, and his son Lumpy. No, his son's name is Lumpy. That might be worse. Lumpy looks like Adam Rich with fur. I don't know who that is. A long haired, gangly precursor to the Ewoks. Chewbacca's desperately trying to get back to his Wookiee home planet to celebrate the sacred Wookiee holiday of Life Day. Imperial troops overrun the place searching for the rebels, and the plot revolves around the Wookiees attempting to go about their daily lives amid stormtrooper interference and the suspense of whether Chewbacca will make it home on time. Includes appearances by Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Anthony Daniels, and the voice of James Earl Jones. The supporting cast includes TV vets Art Carney, the Honeymooners, B. Arthur, oh, Golden Girls, I know B. Arthur, and Harry Corman, the Carol Burnett Show. I must have been thinking of Mommy's Holiday Special Wookie. I don't have a Wookie Sona. The only account that follows stinker VTubers was God. Lumpy and itchy, yeah, it's like skin diseases. Is this set after the movies? Why are they looking for that? I think so, right? Yeah, I think this would have been after. Starring Art Carney as half the cast. So it's basically just saying exactly what happens in it. The show has many musical numbers, one of the most bizarre of which is when Itchy throws on the helmet of his mind evaporator. Oh, I need one of those. And has an erotic virtual reality experience. This thing was years ahead of its time. With Dayahan Carroll, who tells him, "You're adorable. I'm your fantasy. I'm your pleasure. This is our moment in time." Whoa, kinky space. What do you, my only question is, you guys, is what do you buy a Wookiee for Christmas when they already have a comb? That's my question. Oh, the real R2-D2. So we got an interview with Kenny Baker. Let's read one of the questions. Oh, I heard you were involved with a group called the Minitones. Yes, we came straight out of Star Wars and went straight to Harrow's in Lake Tahoe. We're not doing that show anymore, though, because my partner, Jack Purvis, was in a car accident and became... Oh my god, no! Became paralyzed. Jack played the head Jabba in the original Star Wars. Oh no! That's terrible. I mean, at least he's like... He like survived it, I guess. But geez. That's awful. We have been doing the Minitones for over 30 years. It's hard for Jack now because he's paralyzed. It's tragic. He's mentally fine, but physically he can't move. Oh, he's frustrated because his body doesn't work, but his mind does. He's not going to get any better. Oh, this is so sad. An at-home perm kit. Shampoo. Conditioner. I guess you could get more hair products. What have you been doing lately? I know, it starts with the what have you been doing lately to keep yourself busy, and then, well, I did this thing and that was cool, but oh man. Did you prove them wrong and recover? People typically don't recover from paralysis, although it is possible. There have been some situations where people have done like extensive physical therapy and like have regained some movement. But yeah, it's a tough one to combat. Mechanical ailment, yeah. That is sad. Dang. Oh my god, look at him in the freaking R2 suit. That's so awesome. I don't know if this interviewer should be doing this interview, man. I understand that both your parents were of average height. That's crazy. That's crazy. It does look like Skibidi Toilet. Oh my god. What was it? Was that when you realized there were others like you in the world? Well, there were a couple other little people at my school, but I didn't meet so many in one go. They were all ages in that show. And then I did ice shows, which eventually went into the version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, where there were 7 dwarfs who could skate. I then did Chu Chin Chow on ice and Peter Pan on ice, and even toured South Africa with these shows. Wow, this guy has a storied career. I didn't know that. 2500. Happy birthday. He kept working on Star Wars a long time, even as advisor on the 7th. Oh, okay. Good for this guy. Yeah, he sounds like he has quite the career. That's awesome. Do you recall when you first saw the design for R2-D2? Oh yes. I always liked the look of the robot. It just wasn't very comfortable at first. They had screws going through the robot's head that stuck into my head. It's like when you read about the conditions that they have people in The Wizard of Oz, where it was like the tin makeup had lead in it, or all this stuff. Or that the witch got like badly burned. This guy's like, there was screws in my head. The asbestos snow, yeah. Oh, but they put some rubber in it to stop it from scratching his head, so that's fine. Yeah, movie production was quite different back then. Cool guy. Filmed in Tunisia. Oh, let's see how he feels about Anthony Daniels. We are not exactly close. I found him to not be an easy guy to get close to. Oh no. It's just like the movie. We didn't argue or anything, but we're not close friends. I didn't really mix with him socially. Maybe if we're both in the new Star Wars movies, we'll have an opportunity to get to know each other better, and we'll have a lot more to relate to. Oh, there's people outside. I think robots will be a good link from the previous movies to these new ones. It will help introduce people to the new films by giving them a bit of something they're used to. I hope they utilize me in the new films. Oh, I hope so too. Did they? I guess we know. I think they did. Thank God I'm done filming Oz. Time to give the Birds production a chance. Wait, what happened on the Birds production? That's Alfred Hitchcock. You've heard that Anthony has a bit of an ego. He's just like his character for real. The rebels think the force is with them. Explode the myth. Oh, these guys attack my birds. He does seem like a cool dude, yeah. Yeah. Good interview. Except for this question. I understand both your parents are of average height. That's crazy. He pops up all over the first two movies, yeah. Oh, and then they interviewed Dennis Lawson, who is Wedge. Dawson of Dawson's Creek. I don't want to wait. Kind of want to play TIE Fighter, but I don't have a joystick. I think it works with mouse, but it's probably not ideal. That's not the convenience store guy. I don't want to wait for my life to be over. So yeah, Wedge. Let's see. I want them to ask him about his height. Looks like he plays keyboard for an 80s power ballad band. I like his vest. I feel like people don't wear vests anymore. John. I don't want to wait for my lunch to get colder. Yeah, the Cult of Wedge. That's what it did say on the cover, didn't it? Oh, did anyone ever mention to you at that point, that you were one of the few survivors from Star Wars? Yeah, Mark Hamill used to refer to me as George Lucas, token survivor. It was talked about at that time. Did George Lucas ever speak to you about the character of Wedge? No, George is a very quiet man. You're gonna play Wedge. Okay, yeah, you're gonna play Wedge. His name's Wedge in the movie. Okay, bye. My feeling on the very first film was that he kind of a little bit sounds like Blair Lamy, but quieter. Play Wedge. Vests and waistcoats need to come back. Yeah, I like the vests. There's an excellent mod for X-Wing Alliance that updates the graphics and ports all over the TIE Fighter mission storyline. Probably close we'll get to a true remaster. I see. I think GOG did something this year with the TIE Fighter game. I was able to get it to work, so we'll see if it crashes like last year. George is very calm and quiet and blended in with the rest of the crew. He's fairly non-committal about Wedge. I think he was slightly amused by it. They verified it works, not much else, and I did that, but I haven't played it for an extended period of time, so... Yeah, I need to know how tall his parents were. You know why they call him Wedge? He fishes in a sea like Amiya. I don't fit it that much. Because he had wedgies. Let's see here. There's like not much to ask about the character because like he's like barely in the movie. He's in a little bit, but did you know they've taken the character of Wedge in some of the Star Wars novels and expanded them? In one book, he falls in love and is promoted to general. I wasn't aware of that. That's extraordinary. I'm very pleased that I've done all these things. Laughter. If I was a character, I'll tell you what, I'd be reading every single piece of media that was about that character. That'd be so cool. Wedge's greatest lines. It's like all of his lines. He's always stuffing his face with Wedge sandwiches. You don't remember Wedge? He's this guy. He's like not. Wait, doesn't that look like freaking Adam Driver right there? Doesn't he look like Adam Driver there? Am I crazy? This is like a premonition. It does, right? Hey, Kylo Ren. In heads. It really looks like him. Not in like any of the other pictures, but for whatever reason in that one. Care to explain Adam Driver? Yeah, let me put up a photo of Adam Driver. It's Kylo Ren. And oh my god, I gotta wrap up soon. I gotta get ready for the next stream. See if I can find a good picture. We're just having so much fun. Your cover's blown head. So let me flip this. Wait, Adi? Transform. Flip. Horizontal. Okay, there we go. It's probably a better picture I can use, but... See that? 2 hours and 45. Wait, really? No. Keep an emulator handy for Roll Squad, and yeah, I'm planning on it. I think it'll just fit. I think it's 16 megabytes, but I couldn't remember what the limit on my emulator or my flash drive was. But yeah, I'll have a backup. Now you had the pipe on top. Anyway, okay. I need to know his greatest lines. That's impossible, even for a computer. Look at the size of that thing. I'm hit. I can't stay with you. Good shot, Jansen. Woo-ha! That got him. Cut to the left. I'll take the leader. What? I'm not reading this. Oh, he's just talking about collectibles. Star Wars fine art. Ooh, a lunchbox? Oh no, it's card case. Card box. People like Wedge because of his aura. They're like, this guy's so awesome. Look at him. Get your mind out of... What do you mean, get my mind out of the gutter? It literally says Leia panties. What do you want from me? It's because of his, his, impeccable line delivery. And that's the end. Okay, good timing, because I want to get, stuff set up for my next stream, so... Like I said, in like a lamb, sort of, at this Star Wars week with a nice quiet, magazine perusal, but I hope it was interesting for you guys. We looked at some stuff, we read some stuff, and Star Wars week is officially underway. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reminded you of the Nintendo Power streams. Yeah, so, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm gonna skedoodle and hurry up and prepare for my next stream, so thank you guys for coming. Have a big Star Wars day. hug. Well, really, it's a small hug because this mic is, I don't want to like knock it over or nothing, but and I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you. お疲れ様。おやすみ。バイバーイ。